Hello. I'm sitting here catching up some light reading. As interesting as this book is, you really can't beat being out there catching fish, or at least trying to. No matter what kind of season you've had, it's always nice at this time of year to reflect back on one of those really good and enjoyable days. Everyone has their favourite memory and story to tell, except you, Bernie, of course. Anyway, let's look back at a magical day last season when Bobby, Neil, Tom and I went to Inverell, Argyllshire's prime fishery, where Bobby had just one of those days.
5.8.
At the head of the Pass of Brander, some 10 miles south of Oban, near the small village of Bridge of Ore, is Inverell Fishery. Kenny and Bobby first visited Inverell 10 years ago, and still make the journey to the fishery at least 3 or 4 times each season. The Inverell fish are unique in that they are bred in salt water in nearby Loch Etive and transported the short distance to the fishery. This results in prime, hard-fighting rainbows ranging in size from 1 1/4 pounds to double-figured specimens, which when hooked give the angler an unforgettable battle all the way to the net.
Nice one, Tom. Yes. Nice one.
The average fish caught in this fishery ranges from 1 3/4 pounds to 4 1/2 pounds, but this is by no means the heaviest fish to be taken. Inverell offers the angler the opportunity to land the fish of a lifetime, with a 15-pounder being a distinct possibility. Take note of the difficulty Bobby has in bringing this fish to the surface. Any more pressure put on and his 5-pound leader would surely break. The fish is brought safely to the net. A hard fight by this rainbow, which has tested Bobby to the limit.
Looks like it.
The tactics employed by Bobby and Kenny in pursuit of these rainbows were as follows: the use of a fast-sinking line, a variety of lures and a 5-pound breaking strain leader, although Kenny also tried a floating line and small imitative patterns, but this method proved unsuccessful at this stage.
Hope you didn't catch that. That's that.
Bobby struck gold when he decided to select the Montana nymph, and as you can see, the fish found his offering irresistible. His method was to let the fly sink to the required depth and then work it through the likely spots with a rhythmic motion. Kenny, on the other hand, although adopting similar tactics, is having no success at all, which must suggest that the depth and also the rate of the retrieve may be the key factor in success or failure. Just look at the magnificent condition of this fish and note the vivid markings on its flank, which are typical of the rainbow trout.
What were you saying about the class of fish earlier on?
Class of fish are excellent. Much better than they used to be.
Yet another rainbow is deceived by the Montana. Bobby has hooked another fish, which is again testing his skill and tackle to the limit, with powerful lunges and acrobatic maneuvers. Careful handling, it is safely brought to the net.
That'll fly out. That's quite a good girth on it. Only got the one small fish. The other four are quite big. The other three are quite big. Four.
Where are your fish?
They're across the bank.
Well, Bobby, you've had a highly successful day today. What do you accrue your success to? Is it rate of retrieve, the fly? What is it?
I think it's depth and rate of retrieve. No scraping the bottom, just up off the bottom, and not too fast to retrieve. Quite nice and not too slow, but not too fast.
Now, we thought at first it was the Montana nymph that was doing the business, but I mean, you tried one with a green head on it, and then you reverted to another one. So it's obviously not the fly. So we can more or less eliminate the fly. It's more or less the the depth and the rate of retrieve. So there's something to be learnt there. I mean, as I said earlier, these is rainbow trout fisheries. If people think it's all just chuck it and chance it, well, Bobby's proved us wrong today, because there's about 7 or 8 anglers on here, and as of yet, to yet see more than 1 or 2 fish, and we, that is Tom and I, are still blank.
Kenny has decided that as he has seen a few fish active on the surface, a floating line should be tried once more. This time a mini lure is selected and cast out. At last the tactics pay off when a 3 1/4 pound fish is tempted as soon as the lure hits the water. It is common for the fish to try and dislodge the fly by constantly bumping their nose off the bottom of the loch, and in some cases this results in a fish coming to the net with the skin visibly removed from its snout. The fish, a strong and powerful specimen, puts up a long and hard battle in the last few minutes of the session. Kenny is glad to see Bobby slip the net below the prize, bringing to a close a magical day's fishing, which will be remembered for some time to come.
Well, you've just witnessed that sequence where one particular fly, namely the Montana nymph, was highly successful for Bobby. I'm going to show you how to tie that fly now, and just follow through the stages for those of you who are not familiar with this pattern. It's a very, very simple fly to tie. We start first of all by winding black silk the full length of the hook shank, just trapping the silk in there. Just trim off the excess here. And we're going to take the pre-waxed silk right down the body till we come onto the bend here, and we take a black cop cape, 3 fibres are sufficient for a tail. And just pair these up together here, like so. Catch them in here. A couple of tons of silk. And just trim away the excess. Now the body, the Montana nymph, is black chenille. And I just trim away. Get the core there, and again we catch that in. Just take the silk back up the hook shank again, and form the body 3/4 along the length of the hook shank. Again, just catch it in a couple of turns there. And we leave that there, that forms the wing case. We also tie in at this stage a cock hackle, not too large on the fluke. Something about this. Just trim the excess off there. Just offer that up. Catch it in with a couple of turns. Just to hold it in place now. Next, we bring in the chenille for the thorax. Just take the silk back to the eye again. Wind in the thorax in a similar manner to the way we did the body. Just again trim away the excess, and at this stage we wind in the hackle. Through the thorax, just catch it in a couple of turns there. Again, trim away the excess. We then bring the wing casing over the top here, catch it in with the silk, the excess away, and now we just form the head of the fly. Just build the silk up. And we finish it off with the old whip finish tool. Silk away, and there we are. That's the fly. It goes without saying this has been a very poor season for salmon. The rivers have been very, very low. There's not been a lot of rain, and in fact the favourite salmon river that we like to visit at the back end of the year didn't produce any fish at all this year, at least not any that the camera was able to capture. Here's a sequence that was shot a previous outing, and I hope you enjoy that. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching the video as much as we did making it, and perhaps it's whetted your appetite for your own magic moments. Bye now.